All right. Good morning. Good early morning. Another early one. 2 days in a row. So, excuse me, we got some things to do. Yesterday we drove down, or I drove down and met up with Wendy. We did the closing. And so we're now homeowners, which is cool. Instead of squatters, I've been going from brother to brother's house and couch surfing, so to speak. But they've been very accommodating. So, um, yeah, we ended up doing the closing yesterday. So we've got the house. We are the owner, which is good. Feels good. So, um, anyway, how you guys doing? What's happening? Good morning, pops. Shaking, putting a coffee to me. I can't even get these two collars looking the same. One's straight, one's crooked. You gotta have a good pressed shirt, you know. Need me a cat hat. What's going on, guys? How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? What's going on, Steve Gerard? Yeah, we're going an hour early today. I said to Wendy, I said, probably won't be too many people on. It's Saturday. Well, sometimes a little bit of an adjustment time wise. We end up having somebody jump on that doesn't typically join us because it maybe works a little bit better. So it's all good. It's all good. We got to head over to the house this morning, drop off some tools, take delivery of a tractor, and then go up and pay for said tractor, which isn't as fun. And then pick up some other toys, pick up some various and sundry items. That's what we're going to get. Steve's an 11. I like it. What's in your Cheerios? I made some steel cut oats this morning, which takes a little bit. You got to get invested in that because then it's not something you can just nuke. You just got to put them in. You got to boil the water. You got to go back and stir and stuff. It's not fun. But, boy, they're good though. Good hearty breakfast. So yeah, we'll probably work like dogs again today. Get things done. So here comes Wendy with the link. She's back at it. So she's back. So anyway, so we're excited. Happy Saturday. Not a cloud in the sky. It looks really nice out. Might top off around 53 today, which will be good. So the lake or the pond. I keep calling it the lake, but it's more of a pond. Perry Pond, a Plunkett Pond, looks very inviting this morning, even though it's cold. So got the loons out there. Things are good. Life is good. Been up early. Been up for a while here. Don't forget to check out Tyler Kirk's media website. Tyler Kirk Media. Thanks, Matt. Save me. I'm screwing up over here. Yeah, Tyler will straighten you out if your website is just kind of going down the road on three wheels and you don't really know what's converting or whether it's even working or not. Get it in front of Tyler. He'll give you an honest opinion about what it's all about. Guys, the people whose links we post don't pay us or anything like that. So if they're on here, we like them and we probably use them and have a business relationship with them. So that's why we don't have Twinkies and or anything like that. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming. If you're here early, and maybe it works a little better like that sometimes. But we mix it up, but we always get it done. We check the box. So I've been doing a 10-day series called 10 Days to Close the Accountability Gap, and really, really working on accountability. And today I want to talk. Today is day 6 of that, and also day 485 in a row. So not. I think we got. A couple weeks, yeah. A couple weeks we'll be at 500, so a little over. So 2 Sundays from now, day 500. Imagine that. So yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, the cost of inaction, what we're going to talk about today. So, yeah. So sometimes, and I hate to say, like, you guys think this, or you know what your problem is, right? I just say things like, you might think, or you may have thought this in the past, or hey, I've even thought in the past that doing nothing is safe. Okay, doing nothing is safe. Taking no action, none of that, no activity, it's safe, right? No, it's not. It's costing you more than taking action ever will. It's kind of like do nothing or go out and fail forward, right? Most people are afraid to take action, guys. They're afraid to make that phone call, raise their prices. I was always afraid to do that. Just don't want to lose any business, afraid to have the hard conversations. That's uncomfortable, right? I don't want to, I don't want to piss anybody off or have somebody leave, right? Um, Afraid to try something new, right? What people don't realize, and what I didn't realize in the times that I didn't take action, is that doing nothing actually is a decision. You think you're just not making a decision. It's a decision. To do nothing is a decision. And it has a cost. Okay. It has a cost. We don't feel like it does, and we don't feel it like right away, right? You don't feel the cost of inaction right away. That's the problem. It kind of shows up later. It's very sneaky. Okay. It shows up later as it's nothing you can put your finger on right away, but it's missed opportunities, things you might not even know about because maybe you didn't get back to somebody, lost revenue as a result of that. How about stagnation? Same business year over year. Frustration. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm doing all the right stuff. Maybe not, right? But let's make it real. I mean, let's put some numbers to it. Let's just say maybe your average job size, say 40K. All right, that's pretty common in the world of contracting or remodeling, or you guys that are building ponds. Let's say it's 40K, and you got one sitting there that you're looking at, but you didn't follow up. You hesitate, you overthink, and now it's gone. And that's just not. Oh well, there'll be more behind that. That's 40K. Okay, do that a few times a year, and now we're talking over six figures left on the table. I literally had a coaching conversation yesterday with somebody that just one of the things we worked on is just getting more intentional with follow up, kind of lifting up the rocks and looking under every stone, leaving no stone unturned, making calls quicker than they would have before, not being quite as um, discerning with what they want to accept for work. And this call we started 2 weeks ago, so we've had one call and then one yesterday. And each week I can hear the energy in the voice. Hey, I got this. Hey, we got this lineup. Hey, this doesn't take off for another month or so, but I got it. And hey, remember that GC I was talking about? All of a sudden, there's some momentum. Okay. And so, the conversation kind of came around to how do we bottle that up and keep doing that every day, not just when you don't have work. Okay. So don't leave the 100K plus on the table. Okay. These aren't, this isn't like just big decisions, guys, right? It's not just that. It's the small stuff too, the little things along the way, like not making the call, not sending the estimate, I always say, moving the folder to the front right corner of the desk. I'll call them Monday. Not tracking your numbers, not sticking to your cadence. Like not following your follow-up program system, whatever. It all adds up. Like I said, I've been there. Good morning, Jess Novak. What's happening? I've been there it's funny. I just said follow up, and you and I were talking about that here this on Tuesday, and here you are. So yeah, I mean, guys, I've been there. I've put stuff off. I think I invented procrastination, thinking I'll get to it later, and then later never comes, right? And once I kind of put numbers to it, started looking at like what that might be costing me, that's when things started to change. You're like, oh wow, okay, we're in business to make money, right? Unless you have plenty of money and you just want to be benevolent and help somebody out, but pretty sure most of us are in business to make money. Okay, so let's make money. And you guys know I've been talking about that accountability gap, right? Between what you know and what you do, that gap right there. Okay, inside that gap, it's got a dollar amount attached to it. So what's yours? What's that dollar amount that you're never going to realize because I don't want to make those phone calls. I don't want to reach out to that guy. It's kind of uncomfortable. If you're thinking about it, I always hear Mark Bunker say this: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick up the phone and call. Right? Most people don't realize just how big that number is. Okay. Let me ask you this. What is your hesitation costing you right now? if you're not taking action on something, hey, Jess, maybe there's another property maintenance contract that you've kind of like, maybe I ought to give those guys a call. You don't get it if you don't call, right? I'm just making this up, but just for example, okay? Like what would that hesitation cost you? Probably big money, right? What are you avoiding? Ugh, when I lose job because I wasn't quick enough, it feels like punch in the gut. Yeah. I've lost 200K remodel. Yeah. I mean, that's real dollars. That's real dollars. Okay. Like what, and like, if you look back to that, Jess, like, you know, what were you avoiding, and, um, you know, what would have to happen for you to move things forward, right? Like looking back on it. So go to school on that, learn from it, and don't do it the next time, right? So, guys, for today, and I know a lot of you guys are watching this on the rewind because Wendy and I've we got to scoot this morning. We've got a bunch of things to do. So tomorrow we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. But here for today, first of all, put an RP or rewind, a replay, or a fist pump or something in the chat if you're watching this. Thanks, and I'll get around and respond to the comments later. But pick one thing that you've been putting off, just one thing. Okay, it doesn't even have to be business related. It could be, hey, it's getting nice out. Maybe now you're getting out for a walk or a run or a hike or a ruck or whatever. Putting off doing something. Okay. I think and don't do. Bad choice. Yeah. Yeah. But do it today. Pick one thing, do it today, not tomorrow, not next week. What would it say to somebody, even in a business setting, if they got a text from you at, 9 o'clock Eastern on a Saturday morning? Good morning, Dave Howard. We got the jump on you this morning, buddy. We got some things to do. So, but yeah, pick one thing that you've been putting off. Get rid of the inaction. Like I said, this can be on the personal side as well. Okay. So pop a fist pump in the chat, hit me with a RP or whatever. Tomorrow we're going to talk about environment, which is interesting because I was reading, no, it won't show up, the Atomic Habits this morning. It was talking about James Clear was the chapter I was reading. Read 2 chapters, by the way. Was talking about just how your environment just affects your habits, right? So getting in the right place, changing up the environment, getting rid of those cues that maybe cause you to be distracted or to not be dialed in. Okay, so we'll talk about environment tomorrow. All right. And it goes and specifically about who you're around, okay? Because who you're around determines what you tolerate, okay? So don't miss tomorrow. Yeah, Dave, great book. It's my second time through. It's one of the beauties of having poor retention and comprehension. It's great when I read novels and stuff. I can just start the end, read the series again right after. That's why I never tackle Harry Potter. I don't know what's going on, right? So. Anyway, my dad's probably laughing because he always used to joke I could put a textbook up to my head just trying to learn through osmosis. Never worked. It never worked. Yeah, so we'll talk about environment tomorrow. Inaction isn't neutral, guys. It's expensive, okay? So do the thing. What's the thing that you need to do today? Just get out and do it, okay? Guys, I'm going to keep hitting you with the Edge live, all right? Had a new person jump in yesterday. It's great. We're looking forward to it. We're building the community. Okay. I just want to remind you, like, if you listen to this stuff and it hits home, okay, start to realize, oh yeah, there's some things I'm avoiding, things I'm putting off. What would it be like if I got around some people that kept me accountable? Okay. These things are actually costing you money, time, opportunities. Okay. That's exactly why I created the Edge Live. All right. When I spent some time thinking about, like, what's the one word that if you had to boil my coaching business down to one word, the one word that kept popping up was accountability. And that's why I built the group around that one word. Okay. Some people need somebody to push them to take action. Somebody could be a high achiever, high level operator. All right. And they still need a place where they don't get to hide. Okay. They need accountability around what actually matters. Okay. So inside Edge Live, we're not just talking about this stuff. We're identifying what needs to get done and making sure that it actually gets done. Right, Jess? Right? we had a great call on Tuesday, and we kind of flushed out some stuff with Jess, and now she's on it, and it was a great pivot for her. Okay, so if you're ready to stop letting things slip and start closing that gap, add some accountability to your life, come into the Edge Live. Wendy's posted the link. Check it out, guys. It's not free, but it won't break the bank. I think it's the best value in the personal and business development space right now. Okay, all right. So doing nothing's costing you more than you think. So take some action today. Hey, if that means join the Edge Live, I think that's a pretty good action to take. So Jess says, that's me. You helped me reframe and stop my overthinking. Yeah, good stuff, kid. Appreciate it. Guys, go have yourselves a day. We're going to try to go get everything done in the same day, but see how that works. But we got a list, and we're gonna get some things going. So have a great day. Help somebody else out if you can. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. We're gonna rock and roll. And guys, I appreciate you watching. Please share it out. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. Take care.